Information is Fundamental by Alfred Joyce. Video Part 7. 3. Universal Communication, the One Truth. In the universe, at all designated emergent reality levels, communication is occurring at all times. Atoms have a common process information language / meaning to the atomic system that all atoms agree upon, which allows them to process information in a way that can potentially enable certain emergent characteristics. That common process information language / meaning to the atomic system is based on the fundamental nature of the universe and the atom's designated emergent reality base levels characteristics, the atom's designated fundamental reality level. Although different atoms may have different sets of tools and characteristics, all atoms agree on how those tools should be used according to their characteristics and the fundamental nature of the universe when processing information. The same can be observed at the molecular level, cellular level, etc. Here's an example of an atom's common processed information language / meaning to the atomic system. All oxygen atoms share the same experience of creating water when paired with two hydrogen atoms. If you were to ask all oxygen atoms what happened when they were paired with two hydrogen atoms, they would all describe the same experience. They would have all processed the information the same way. Because all atoms' information processing tools and characteristics are calibrated to the fundamental principle of the universe, the one truth, all atoms share a common processed information language / meaning to the atomic system. But when we reach the designated emergent human reality base level, the common processed information language / meaning to humanity concept isn't agreed upon by all humans. That is because our self-awareness, one of our most vital information processing tools, isn't universally calibrated to the one truth. If the self-awareness of all humans were calibrated to the one truth, subjective processed information would have the same meaning to us all. We now see that our vocabulary and its words are an ambitious attempt at creating the same meaning for all. But because words are derived from information processed by our self-awareness that is calibrated to our designated emergent human reality base level, as opposed to the one truth fundamental level, words will always have their limitations. Our capacity for self-awareness is a crucial characteristic that puts all humans at the same designated emergent reality base level. However, although we all share that characteristic and we all recognize it within one another, we haven't developed a common self-awareness, common process information language / meaning to humanity that is based on the fundamental principle of the universe. Other entities process information at their designated emergent reality base level according to their characteristics and the fundamental principle of the universe. And yes, humans are doing the same. We couldn't do otherwise even if we tried. But there are complex layers within our emergent characteristic of self-awareness that other entities don't exhibit, including the ability to create an emergent, non-fundamental story. This last point deserves some clarification, so here's an example. Humans are information, and therefore must obey the fundamental principle of the universe. An emergent characteristic of humanity is the capacity to lie. At the designated emergent human reality base level, lies are real and do exist, and at the same time, a lie is information, and therefore It's in accordance with the fundamental principle of the universe. So at the designated emergent human reality base level, we can establish falsehoods that are fundamentally incorrect, since meaning is only processed as such at the designated emergent reality base level that established it. For instance, atoms don't process English. Verbal language isn't an information processing tool for them. So claiming that the Earth is flat has no meaning at the atomic level. Information and its fundamental principle is the one truth. All information processing happens in accordance to the fundamental principle. And at designated emergent reality base levels, other than humanity, entities' information processing tools and characteristics are calibrated to the one truth. Thus, they have developed a common process information language / meaning to the system. We need to develop a self-awareness that's calibrated to the one truth. Yet, the more lies and falsehoods we establish at our designated emergent reality base level, the more challenging it would be to create a common process information language / meaning to humanity for us. Here's an example of how that is so. Imagine you consciously establish that you have red wine running through your veins. Your self-awareness is an emergent characteristic of your body, which operates at a more fundamental level. So your body will process the information of your self-awareness and its belief that red wine is running through your veins, as well as all the ramifications of information processing related to that belief. And in addition to that, your body will be processing the information of blood running through your veins, whether you're aware of it or not, because it's calibrated to the one truth. So by establishing the information package of red wine running through your veins, you've added a reality branch of false, needless information processing to your body. Had you consciously established that blood was running through your veins, your information processing tool self-awareness would be calibrated to your body, and your body would only be required to process one information package in regards to the content of your veins. We can see how establishing truths accurately deduced from more fundamental levels than our own allows us to be calibrated to the one truth and create a common process information language / meaning to humanity more directly emergent from the fundamental level, which ultimately helps us focus / concentrate / consciously merge our information processing capabilities with the information processing of the universe, as opposed to diluting our processing capabilities due to false reality branches. Unlike humans, all other entities don't have false reality branches. They have been able to calibrate all their information processing tools to the one truth, develop a common process information language / meaning to the system, and in some instances, manifest new designated emergent reality base levels. How can we continue this evolutionary pattern? Is there a new designated reality base level emergent from humanity?